Sure. So, welcome to the session again. Hey, why don't you introduce yourself, Soumya? Maybe just let me know a little bit about you and, uh, you know, think about what you've been doing in the past 3.5 months, over the lockdown period. What have you been up to? Where are you? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, otherwise, don't tell me that you're 100% into reading books and attending courses. So, that there should be other things that you're doing, right? No, I'm asking you. It's not that you're 100% into books. You do other things as well, right? Okay. All right. Um, to Good to know you're a little bit honest there. Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me get you the syllabus. We'll take it from there. Yeah, and just give me a moment on that, please. Just give me a moment, please. Okay. Okay, I've shared the um, syllabus in our group. Can you check, please? Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay, just open it, please. Okay, as you can see, um, see the unit one, right? It's in generic. We're talking about what is soft skills and all, but then more importantly, if you go a little bit inside it, you will see the employability and career skills. See, that is more of your body language, your how to behave in a corporate scenario, and then how do you groom yourself as a professional. The time management and stuffs like that. How do you update yourself in terms of current affairs? This is what we will be looking at in the first unit, which is kind of a vague, except for time management. almost everything else is uh, uh, nothing specific. We are only touching upon a lot of areas which we will dwell in the coming units, next few units, right? Except for time management, all the other things are like in general. So we'll have to discuss through it. The first unit, to be precise. The second one comes the presentation, uh, skills, where if you actually look at it, you have the presenting information, nothing but you know how do you make a presentation. That's all it is. So in that, you may have to come up with a presentation of your own. You'll have to develop your own PPT and then present it. That's going to be the assignment. And we'll deal with every step of the way. We'll deal with it, and then we'll discuss it, and then we'll go to that. So we have group discussions after that. Obviously, there is a GD that has to go ahead. Maybe I'll do one thing. If in case we are left with only yourself, maybe we'll collaborate with another class, another session, where we have more people, and then we do the GD. That is something which we'll take care of later, which is only unit 3. And then workplace etiquettes. It's like dress code, body language, and everything in terms of the workplace. And finally, the career development, which is nothing but how do you manage time, manage stress, networking, um, all these social protocols. These are the things that we will be looking at the end of it. Um, but more to it, the syllabus might change a little bit. If there is anything, I'll update you shortly. Oh, okay, so that's something which is a start for us right now, right? So coming back to the current session, I would only try and um, make it uh, as interactive as possible. The reason is, when it comes to training in particular, there is a way of doing it. Um, I've been a corporate trainer for some time. I've been a HR for some time. The one thing that I am clear about is, unless otherwise there is an open-mindedness. I'm not talking about only from your end. I'm talking about from my end as well. Okay, so I can't be restrictive and I can't be closed when it comes to ideas. Um, when it comes to body language, right? So there is only a certain point of discussion that will help you, because you've been for 20, 21 years or 19 years, you've been this way, right? I don't know what that way is. You know better, Soumya. So unless otherwise, I understand that, and I'm open to understand. Okay, Soumya behaves in a particular way. Soumya reacts in a particular way. Unless otherwise, I accept that fact. Um, I won't be able to help you. At the same time, unless otherwise you understand what I mean by body language, what I mean by how to change the requisite body language when it comes to a professional scenario. When you understand that, it becomes much more easier, and you'll be open to accept my suggestions if there is any. So you understand what that means. So it is a give and take. I can't just forcibly tell you, Soumya, you're wrong. You can't sit that way, or you can't walk that way, or you can't look that way. You can't give a handshake that way. That's ridiculous for me to say, because that's how you've been, developing over a period of time. So that is something which we need to work out together. Okay, coming to soft skills. You've been taking soft skill classes in the past, right? Yesterday you had one. Okay, which one is it? The TR 0223, is that the course? Okay, okay. So you selected both, is it? Okay. So in the past semesters, okay, okay. See, I thought last year, last semester you were in the second year, yeah. See, for both the second year classes, I've come at some point. There are two sections in for agri. Yeah. So I've been to both the sections in the, I think at least in the odd semester when you started off second year. I definitely think I came to both the sections. One, I think Giridharan was part of one of the sections. Okay, and there is another one where there is a tall fellow. Ah, from my bus actually. The very tall fellow, right? Yeah. So I've been to that class as well. Maybe you're not there. You went to some kind of OD or whatever. I don't know. But I've been to both the sections. That's the reason I didn't um, realize that you. I mean, I was taken aback when you said that we have not had a class in the past. But anyways, so when it comes to soft skill, there is a little bit of difference when it comes to when you compare it with any other subject. The reason is soft skill is something um, where you share. So when you answer a question like what do you understand by soft skill, you have any answers? What do you think is soft skill? Hmm. 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 Okay. See, so you're talking about what are all part of soft skill. So you're right. Whatever you said is absolutely right. Uh, in terms of how do you explain a soft skill for a layman, for a person who's just hearing it for the first time, right? Anything in life, in a professional life, which might take you from point A to point B, right? Let's say point A is your starting point, and point B is your you know next step in terms of your professional life, and point B to point C. That way, you keep moving forward in your career. So anything and everything that takes you from point A to the next point, B, C, D, throughout your career, everything can be construed as soft skill. Okay, so am I saying that whatever you are doing as an agricultural engineer um, is is that not taking you to the next level? It's absolutely yes. It is taking you to the next level. What I mean is, let's say you gain a certain amount of technical skill uh, in the 4 years that you are studying your engineering. But does that ensure that you move vertically in vertically in the sense? So you need to look at your career. Your career keep growing. That's all that matters for anyone for that matter. So when it comes to you in let's say 7 years, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, okay, so will you be happy if you are doing whatever you set out on day one of your career? Let's say you join an organization. You start as an at the as a agent or an engineer or whichever designation. I'm not talking about designation, I'm talking about the role and responsibility that you will be doing over a period of time. So you start at some point, and after 5 years or 7 years down the line, if you still do the same thing when you started, would you be happy, Soumya? Oh, exactly. See, forget about being happy. What you said is true. You'll get really bored. You'll get frustrated at some point. You would feel, okay, what am I doing? I'm doing the same thing every day. There is no growth. And then you have to understand what are the reasons behind it. There may be many reasons, Soumya, not just soft skill. There may be many reasons. One could be the business itself, right? The company itself doesn't give opportunities for someone, for anyone for that matter. So they just want people to do the same stuff every day, day in and day out. It doesn't matter. In that case, then it's a problem. But there is a when you have a division of reasons. So the reason why I'm not growing professionally, one is because of the above said reason. The organization doesn't let anyone grow. Why that happens? என்ன சார் இப்படி சொல்றீங்க? You are so negative. You are saying the organization doesn't let us grow. Then what am I doing here? Yes. See, there are one in a uh, let's say 500 companies, one in 1,000 companies where they don't grow. Okay, so the business model is such that they just are happy with you know a little bit of growth, and then they don't actually have a futuristic plan, and then it happens. So as an employee, it's hard for us to make the management understand that we need to keep growing, and only then employees will be happy, or employees will develop. So that is something which is hard for us to say. So that reason apart, what is a major reason? 99% of the time, a person stops growing because not because of the organization, not because of the technical skills, but because of the soft skill. Now answer this. So we'll take an example, right? Mr. Sundar Pichai. He's been a great ambassador for India, and that too he's from South India. He's from here, so he's shown the world what an Indian can do. Yeah. So now tell me, is his technical skill or his other skills, which is soft skills, that took him to that height? What do you think? Exactly. The reason why I'm pretty confident about that is technical skills. You think only Sundar Pichai could have taken it for the first few years, maybe 10 years of his initial, career. But after that, he should have gone to the management side, right? So you're a technical person. Over a period of time, you grow to be a project manager, and then after which what? A technical architect. So after which what? Right? Over a period of the next few years, he must have grown from manager to senior manager to vice president to senior vice president to some other chief operating officer to, and then finally CEO. So that is a growth, right? So why does that happen? He is considered to be a leader. The first thing, leadership qualities is something which they would have expected. So what I'm trying to convince you here is, unless otherwise, Mr. Sundar Pichai or anybody who has traveled the distance had these skills, they might have fallen short. So I'm making my point very clear. Unless otherwise we are great at soft skill, our growth in any organization, anywhere for that matter. I'm not talking about a particular industry. Okay, any industry across the domain, banking, IT, your sector, let's say the professors here, as a trainer myself, as a HR myself. So at every given point of time, the growth depends on the soft skill, not your technical skill. Your technical skills will be assessed pretty easily. Your soft skills will put you down. So unless otherwise we keep a tab on our improvement or development in terms of the soft skills, it's going to be really hard. So that's where the people need to realize the importance of soft skill. So we'll start with that, the basics of it, right? So we'll start with that. I think enough for today. From next session, we will have a activity in class or a quiz in class, based on which we'll take it forward, Soumya. Is that okay? All right. Thanks, Soumya. Thanks a lot. Yeah. I'll share if there is any material that I want you to read before coming back to the session next time. I'll share it in the group, right? Please, please Thanks. Thanks.